talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on. Homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them 20. Don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when them prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life in the gas tank. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phone, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Hey, what's up, gang?
Let me go secure for the game right quick.
Hey, what's up, gang?
I got it.
I think it's my fault.
For real.
I think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you, don't cut your.
Yeah.
Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look light. Why even play with your life? Bank account.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Following the interception, Mayfield dancing to his left. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read was up a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Lucky 56. Over.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Check. Patriot.
He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Focus, focus. Eight.
They'll run it down with Pumphrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl. And
right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Gone.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They run with Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Let's go.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. And Crosby puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Let's go. Show that bench release. Let's go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Instead of making them earn it on fourth, they jump and give them the first.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Let's go. Middle.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Gone. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
A first throw for the backup Osweiler. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He dumps it off to Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mayfield now from the 50. Airing this one out for Evans. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And they'll run it here. Hopping over the top. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, another great move. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's Pumphrey on the toss. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Set! Block 80! All right, let's go. Snickers, 66.
And they'll go on the ground. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He'll get it up the middle, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
44.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Crosby puts it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Over! Gone!
Mayfield on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. There he goes inside the 30. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, It's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They'll run here with Pumphrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They run a draw here on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, Mayfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trying to...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On second down, Roethlisberger going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
No, check. Patriot. Now let's go. Blue 90. Detroit. Gone.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go. 319. Gone.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Raiders. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say.
And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Focus, focus.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Denver, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.